Dear friends, welcome in my YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to discuss antipsychotic drugs, particularly the first class of antipsychotic agents, that is phenothiazine. We will see antipsychotic agents as per PCI syllabus, that is syllabus prescribed by Pharmacy Council of India for B Pharmacy course. So antipsychotic agents is chapter mentioned in medicinal chemistry first of 4th semester of BPharm course. Okay, so let us discuss learning outcome for this video. After watching this video, you should able to classify antipsychotic agents, understand the chemistry and structure activity relationship of phenothiazines. You will able to draw the structure of promazine, chlorpromazine, triflupromazine, thioridazine. You should know the mechanism of action of phenothiazine, and you should know the uses and side effects or adverse effects of phenothiazines. Okay, these are the outcomes of this video. Okay, after watching this video completely, you should understand this classification of antipsychotic agents, then chemistry, then you can draw the structure, you know the mechanism and uses and adverse effects of antipsychotic drugs. Okay, so let us discuss one by one. So antipsychotic agents, they are also known as neuroleptics or ataraxic or major tranquilizers. Okay, so this is the name for antipsychotics, alternative names for these antipsychotic agents. Okay, they are very important because in exams the questions are asked by the alternative name, like in competitive exams like GPAT, NIPER, and also in the government exams for pharmacy officers. In that exams the questions are asked by using the alternative words. Okay, so this is important part. So tranquilizers or antipsychotics, they are used primarily for the treatment of symptoms of mental illness. Okay, so what is psychosis? In psychosis, the particularly the brain and mind of a person is affected. Okay, so there is a loss of contact with reality. So in that case, these tranquilizers or antipsychotic drugs are useful. They cause sedation without inducing sleep. Okay, so why there is a sedation? Because these drugs, antipsychotics, they particularly act on the central nervous system, therefore they cause sedation without inducing sleep. They are essentially used in symptomatic treatment of psychosis such as schizophrenia and organic psychosis. Okay, so schizophrenia is a major psychotic disorder. So in that treatment of schizophrenia, there is antipsychotic drugs, or we can say it as neuroleptic or ataraxic or major tranquilizers. They are highly useful. So firstly, we will see the classification of antipsychotic drugs. The first class, that is the phenothiazines. That is, this classification is a purely chemical classification. Okay, whenever we learn medicinal chemistry, the classification in medicinal chemistry is based on the chemical structure of the compounds. So first class is a phenothiazine. Example is a promazine hydrochloride, chlorpromazine hydrochloride, triflupromazine, thioridazine hydrochloride, piperacetazine hydrochloride, prochlorperazine maleate, trifluperazine hydrochloride. Then second class, ring analog of phenothiazines, and examples chlorprothiazine, thiothiazine, loxapine succinate, clozapine. The third class of antipsychotic drugs, fluorobutyrophenones. Example is haloperidol, droperidol, risperidone, ziprasidone. The fourth class, benzamides. In that example is sulpiride. Then fifth class, beta aminoketones. Example is malindone hydrochloride. So before studying any chapter in medicinal chemistry, the most important thing, you should know the classification of that chapter. Okay, at the starting you should know the classification and the examples of that particular class. Okay, then and then only the studying medicinal chemistry is become easy thing. So in this video we will see the first class of antipsychotic drugs, that is phenothiazines, and the examples are promazine hydrochloride, chlorpromazine hydrochloride, triflupromazine, thioridazine hydrochloride. Okay, so from this examples name you can get some idea about the structure. So first example is promazine, second is a chlorpromazine, third one is a triflupromazine. Okay, so when we compare the structure of promazine and chlorpromazine, then there is extra chlorine atom present in the structure of chlorpromazine, and in triflupromazine there is a presence of 3 fluorine atoms, therefore name is a triflupromazine. Okay, so from the examples or the name of the examples you can get a idea about the chemical structure of a compound. Okay, so we will see the first class, that is phenothiazines. Okay, so the this chemical class it contains a thiazine ring. Okay, so name itself indicate or gives some idea about the chemical nature of that compound. Pheno, here is a presence of 2 phenyl rings, therefore pheno is mentioned. Then thiazine, thiazine means there is a presence of thiazine ring. So here you can see the thiazine ring. Okay, thia means sulfur. Okay, whenever there is use of word thia, the meaning is sulfur, and azine or azo means nitrogen. Okay, so heterocyclic ring containing sulfur and nitrogen in its structure known as a thiazine ring. So here thiazine ring is a 6-membered thiazine ring. Okay, so thia means it contains sulfur and azine means nitrogen. Okay, so this thiazine ring is a part of phenothiazine structure. Okay, so phenothiazine is a thiazine class heterocyclic compound. Okay, so this is the structure of phenothiazine. 2 phenyl rings are present at 2 sites, and centrally it contains a thiazine ring. Thia means sulfur, azo means nitrogen. So this is the basic structure of phenothiazine. So numbering pattern or how this phenothiazine ring is numbered. Okay, as per IUPAC nomenclature, so numbering start from this point. Okay, the adjacent phenyl ring is given as starting number. Here is 1, then 2, 3, 4. Okay, then sulfur is given as 5 number, then 6, 7, 8, 9, and nitrogen having 10th position. Okay, so this is the numbering pattern as per IUPAC nomenclature rules. Okay, so IUPAC name or IUPAC name of this phenothiazine is 10H phenothiazine. Why this 10H? Because at 10th position there is a presence of this hydrogen. Okay, this hydrogen is indicated as a 10H phenothiazine. So most important part whenever we study the medicinal chemistry is the structure activity relationship. Okay, we can say it as a SAR, SAR, that is a structure activity relationship. Okay, so whenever you study the structure activity relationship, you should know the general structure. For exam, you have to draw the general structure of that particular class. Okay, so here we are discussing the phenothiazine. So here is the general structure of phenothiazine. This is the phenothiazine ring. Okay, so what are the important features in this ring? Phenothiazine have a tricyclic structure. Okay, that is a 6-6-6 system. Okay, so first ring it contain total 6 atom, second ring also contain 6 atom, and third ring also contain the total 6 atoms. Okay, so therefore it is a 6-6-6 system. This is a tricyclic system. Total 3 cyclic rings are present in this phenothiazine, in which 2 benzene rings are linked together by sulfur and nitrogen atom. If you look at this structure very carefully, then you will find that two benzene rings are linked together by a sulfur atom and a nitrogen atom. Okay, two benzene rings are fused together by sulfur atom and a nitrogen atom. So this is the basic chemistry of this phenothiazine. Okay, then next point in structure activity relationship, the best position for substitution is second position. Okay, so here you can see the R2. Okay, means whatever the substitutions possible, they are maximum substitution possible at the second position. Okay, which yields in maximum activity. Substitution of electron withdrawing group, EWG, electron withdrawing group or atom such as chlorine on phenyl ring at position 2 increases activity. Okay. If substitution of chlorine is done at this second position, chlorine atom, you know chlorine is electron withdrawing group. Okay, it is electronegative atom. So substitution of chlorine on a phenyl ring at C2 position increases the pharmacological activity, and example of this point, okay, means chlorine atom if attached at second position is chlorpromazine. Okay, so in chlorpromazine there is a presence of chlorine atom at the second position. Alkyl side chain between ring nitrogen and terminal nitrogen must have 3 carbon atom length. Okay, the nitrogen atom, okay, at this position, 10th position, means the ring nitrogen and another is terminal nitrogen. In between these two nitrogen, the length of carbon chain must be of 3 carbons. Okay, so this is required for optimum activity, or we can say it as a maximum activity. Okay, this length of this chain must be of 3 carbon, not more than 3 or not less than 3. Okay, so if we increase or decrease the length of this chain, then there is a loss of pharmacological activity. Tertiary amino group have maximum potency and it is essential for activity. Okay, so this terminal nitrogen must be tertiary in nature, and this also must be tertiary in nature. Tertiary nitrogen means the nitrogen to which there is attachment of 3 different carbons, that is known as tertiary amino group. Okay, so this tertiary nitrogen is required for activity. If there is a presence of the quaternary group, okay, then the compounds become inactive or there is a loss of pharmacological activity. Substitution at C2 position and N10 is required for activity. Okay, if you look this structure, basic structure of phenothiazine ring, then at 2 position substitutions are done and they are possible and they are required for maximum activity. That first position is C2 position, that is required for maximum activity, and another position is N10 position, okay, or 10th position. These 2 positions and substitutions at 2 and 10 position, this is required for maximum activity. Replacement of sulfur atom, here you can see at 5th position there is sulfur atom by the oxygen. Okay, it leads to the oxidation, it decreases the activity. If we replace this sulfur by the atom such as oxygen, then it results into decrease in pharmacological activity. Phenothiazine possesses high degree of lipophilicity, and unsubstituted phenothiazines has no activity. If we use only this ring structure of phenothiazine as a drug, then there is no activity, there is a complete loss of activity, or we can say there is no activity or compound is inactive, okay, when there is no substitution. Okay, so just I will revise what points we have studied in structure activity relationship. So most important point is substitution is possible at the second position. Okay, substitution of electron withdrawing atom like chlorine it increases the pharmacological activity, particularly antipsychotic activity. Then substitution is possible at the 10th position. Okay, that increases the activity. And substitution of propyl group, okay, particularly the group between the ring nitrogen and the terminal nitrogen must have 3 carbon length. Okay, if we increase the length or we decrease the length, then there is a loss of pharmacological activity. Then another point, this tertiary nitrogen is required for activity. If nitrogen is quaternary, then compounds do not have any activity, or inactive compounds are there. Okay, so these are the points related to the structure activity relationship of phenothiazines. Then we will see the structures of examples from phenothiazine. So first structure is promazine. Okay, so very simple structure. So this is our basic ring, that is a phenothiazine ring. Two phenyl groups are present at two sides. Two benzene rings are fused together by the sulfur atom and nitrogen atom. Okay, so phenothia means sulfur, azo means nitrogen. So this is the general ring. Okay, this is easy to remember. Then we have studied in structure activity relationship between the 10th position nitrogen and the chain nitrogen, terminal nitrogen. The length of chain must be of 3 carbon. So here is a propyl chain. Okay, so in propyl chain the number of carbons are 3. Okay, and there are 2 methyl groups present on this nitrogen, that is this nitrogen is tertiary and that is required for maximum activity. Okay, so this is the structure of promazine. So basically structure is divided into 3 parts. First, it contains this phenothiazine ring. Second, here is a propyl ring. Okay, and third part is dimethyl amine group is there. 2 methyl groups are there and nitrogen is there, that is dimethyl amino group. Okay, so these 3 parts you have to remember. First is basic phenothiazine ring, then propyl chain, and then dimethyl amino group. Okay, so let us see the IUPAC name of this promazine, NN dimethyl. Okay, there are presence of 2 methyl groups, 3. Okay, so when numbering start like this, 1 2 3 for this propyl chain, 3 10. Okay, 10th position is given to this nitrogen. 10 phenothiazine, 10 ill. Okay, means alkyl chain is there, therefore ill. Propane, okay, 3 carbon chain length is there. Okay, then 1 amine, first position is amine. So this is the IUPAC name of promazine. Then chlorpromazine. Okay, so this structure is completely same as that of promazine, but there is only one difference, that is chlorine atom is attached or substituted at a second position. Okay, that is the difference. Remaining structure is same as that of promazine. Okay, so here CH2 taken thrice means this is a propyl chain. N CH3 taken twice means dimethyl groups. Okay, so only representation is different. In first structure you have seen the representation like this. Okay, so here it is mentioned as CH2 taken 3 times means propyl chain, and nitrogen, to that nitrogen there is attachment of 2 methyl groups. Okay, so only difference is of chlorine atom as compared to promazine, that is chlorpromazine. Okay, so IUPAC name of this structure is a 2-chloro, second position chloro group is present, 10,3 dimethyl amino. So here in this terminal nitrogen having 2 methyl groups, therefore dimethyl amino. Propyl chain is there, CH2 taken thrice. Propyl, remaining structure is phenothiazine. Okay, then triflupromazine. Okay, so this again structure is same as that of promazine, but only there is additional fluorine atoms, 3 fluorine atoms are present there. Okay, this is extra one. Remaining structure is same as that of promazine. So IUPAC name of this compound is NN dimethyl. Two dimethyl groups are present on nitrogen. NN dimethyl 3 2 in bracket trifluoromethyl. Okay, so here try to understand numbering start from this position, okay, or this position. This depends on where is this substitution. Okay, so here in this structure substitution is from this side, from therefore numbering start from the left phenyl ring, okay, on which this trifluorine group is present. Okay, 1 2 3 4, okay, like that, 5 6 7 8 9 and 10. This is the numbering pattern here. So NN dimethyl 3, okay, so third carbon is there. On third carbon there is a presence of the fluoromethyl group, therefore trifluoromethyl. Okay, so trifluoro, 3 fluorine atoms are there, trifluoromethyl, 1 methyl group is there at center, 10H. Okay, so 10H for extra hydrogen, phenothiazine, basic phenothiazine ring, 10-il because of propyl chain, propane 1 amine. Okay, this nitrogen, therefore amine. So to remember the structures very easily, you should compare the structures. Okay, so here we will see the comparison between the three structure. First structure is of promazine, second is of chlorpromazine, and third structure is of triflupromazine. Okay, so here if you remember this only one structure, then you can draw these two structures very easily. Okay, so first structure is of promazine. Promazine consists of this basic phenothiazine ring, then propyl chain, 3 carbon containing propyl chain, and dimethyl amino group. Okay, so these are the three important parts of the structure of promazine. Then chlorpromazine, it having the same structure as that of promazine, but extra chlorine atom is present at the second position. And when we look at the structure of triflupromazine, all the structure is same as that of promazine, but extra trifluoromethyl group is there. Okay, 3 fluorine and 1 methyl group is there. That is the change. Okay, remaining structure is that of promazine. Then the structure of thioridazine. Okay, thioridazine. So this structure, thio means sulfur atom is there at second position. Ridazine, for it contains the piperidine ring system. This is a piperidine ring, therefore word is ridazine. Okay, so at the 10th position there is attachment of piperidazine ring. Okay, piperidine ring is attached at this position. The name of structure is thioridazine. Okay, so IUPAC name of this structure is 10. Nitrogen is present at the 10th position. 10 to 1 methyl, 2 piperidine, 1 methyl, 2 piperidine ethyl. Okay, so in this ring, okay, there is a presence of methyl group on the first position, therefore 1 methyl, 2 piperidine ethyl. Okay, so this side chain here is the ethyl, 2 methyl thio. At second position on the phenothiazine ring there is a methyl thio group, therefore methyl thio, and remaining is phenothiazine. Okay, so this is the IUPAC name. Then we will see the mechanism of action of phenothiazines. They act as antagonist at dopamine receptor, 5-HT receptor, that is 5-hydroxytryptamine. We can say it as a serotonin receptor, then muscarinic receptor, adrenergic receptor. They block D2 receptor and inhibit adenyl cyclase enzyme. Okay, so main mechanism of action of these antipsychotic drugs is that they block the dopamine receptors, particularly D2 receptor. All antipsychotics except clozapine have potent dopamine receptor blocking action. Okay, nearly all the antipsychotic agents, they are dopamine receptor blockers, particularly they block D2 receptor. Phenothiazines and thioxanthines also block D1, D3 and D4 receptors and have a correlation with antipsychotic or tranquilizing property. Okay, so no doubt whenever there is a blockage of this dopamine receptor which are present in the central nervous system, that is brain, so there is a directly effect, okay, that is antipsychotic effect or tranquilizing property. Okay, so these drugs particularly bind and block the various dopamine receptor subtypes. Blockage of dopaminergic projections or dopamine receptors to the temporal and the prefrontal area constitutes the limbic system. Okay, so this limbic system is responsible for the emotions of person. Okay, and in the mesocortical area, that is a outer region of brain, it is probably responsible for antipsychotic action. And these dopamine receptors are belong to the GPCR, that is the main family of receptor, G protein coupled receptors. Okay, so there are mainly four families of receptors, four main families, and in that GPCR family it there is an example, that is dopamine receptors. Okay, so in simple words you have to remember these antipsychotic drugs, they block the dopamine receptor, particularly D2 receptor. Then what are the therapeutic uses of these antipsychotic agents? They are used in treatment of psychotic disorder such as schizophrenia. What is schizophrenia? It is characterized by delusions and hallucinations, means a person can feel different sounds, can see the different things which do not other people do not see. Okay, that is schizophrenia condition. Then they are used in treatment of bipolar disorder. What is bipolar disorder? In bipolar disorder, the person may feel excessive happiness. Sometimes person feel very excitement or very increased happiness, and sometimes the person becomes very much depressed. Okay, so there are two different behaviors of one person, that is sometimes it feel very happy, sometimes feel very sad, that is bipolar disorder. Then they are used in treatment of migraine, that is headache. Then it is used in treatment of hiccups in Marathi uchki lagne. It is used in treatment of mania. Okay, that is also psychotic disorder characterized by excessive cheerfulness. Used in treatment of nausea and vomiting, and in treatment of tetanus. Adverse effect of antipsychotic agents: they may produce drowsiness because these drugs act on the central nervous system, that is brain. It produces dizziness. Dizziness means in Marathi chakkar yene, फिरणे, गरगरणे. Then decreased alertness and concentration, headache, low blood pressure and blood vision. These are the adverse effect of these antipsychotic agents. First class of antipsychotic, that is phenothiazines. These are the references. Dear friends, if you found this video useful, then please like and subscribe my YouTube channel. Thank you.